Good evening, everyone. My name is Julia Cato, and I'm one of the managers on the marketing team for Southwest Transit. In just 6 weeks, we will be releasing another Boeing 747 plane, and with that, a huge marketing campaign. We have selected 4 of our greatest and most well-fit employees for this task so that it can be successfully completed. First and foremost, I will introduce the team members to you. Then I'll hand over the mic to some of my other managers here at Southwest Transit to talk about strategies for motivating this team. Third, we'll talk about how we can embody conscious capitalism through this project. And fourth and finally, we will talk about the value that we will produce for stakeholders. Let's jump right into it and explain and introduce to you the team members for this project. First and foremost, Natalie was selected because she is motivated by challenging situations and competition, of which this project will be both. Elizabeth was selected because she's very detail-oriented and known for producing high-quality work. William was selected because he's a team player with an ability to bring people together and resolve conflict. Because this project will be done under a very extreme circumstances in a short amount of time, William will be a huge asset to bring the team together to use all of their strengths. And finally, Ian was chosen because he has strength and experience within technology, which will be a huge asset in this project. Now let me dig deeper a little bit into their strengths and weaknesses. Natalie has a strength of communication and leadership. This will be a huge asset as she brings the team together, assigns different projects, and makes sure that the task is completed by the project deadline. She does, however, have a weakness of attitude and inefficiency. This will have to be something that the team looks out for. Elizabeth was chosen because of her strength of problem solving, which would be a huge asset under the tight deadlines. But she does, however, have a weakness in developing new skills. We'll have to capitalize on the strengths that she already has, as well as helping her to develop these new skills despite this weakness. Williams has strength and expertise and confidence in what he works on, but he does have a weakness in inefficiency. We'll have to counteract this balance by using problem solving and communication and leadership from those other team members that have strengths in those areas. And finally, Ian has strengths in technology, as well as he's a very efficient employee, but he does, however, have weaknesses in impatience and attention to detail. Thankfully, all of these candidates have very diverse strengths and weaknesses, and we are hoping that they will be able to work together with their strengths to build up each other's weaknesses so that we can successfully complete this project.
Servant leadership. So the management team will ensure to follow the servant leadership model. Here, they will focus on serving and caring for others. Ability to lead by example, being empathetic, understanding, and compassionate. They will hold a commitment to uphold ethics, values, and others' personal beliefs. And additionally, the leadership team will drive to support others to success and commitment to help others' professional growth. Then we'll look at what drives a person to work towards a particular goal. It'll be important to know each and every employee. The team will ensure to focus on having an employee recognition, a program that assists in motivating each employee and helping them reach their goals. They will praise the employees. A thank you. You did a great job. Thank you for coming to work. And lastly, there will be incentives for reaching goals. Possibly have the flexibility of having the opportunity to switch schedules with another employee or accessing an additional paid time off. In order to ensure a successful employee workforce, it will be important to know how to manage conflict and understand the root cause. The team will know what types of conflict. It could be relationship conflict, task conflict, or conflict of process. It'll be important to know if there's interpersonal conflicts or interdepartmental conflict, also interorganizational conflicts. To ensure that the management team successfully handles these issues, we're going to focus on conflict management theory. Here, the team will handle conflicts sensibly, fairly, and efficiently. There will be standard processes and operational procedures in place, and an employee guidebook or a handbook will be provided to every employee to ensure that there are set expectations and understandings. There will be a description of titles and roles, and the management team will also be able to provide an employee assistance program. There will be fair and equal opportunities for all employees, and accommodations will be provided as necessary. The management team, the leadership team will be transparent, and there will be accountability for every issues. Lastly, interpersonal skills, self-awareness, empathy, and clarity will be the one critical thing that the servant leader will ensure to focus on as they assist and manage the team.
Conscious capitalism is more of a holistic approach that not only provides the financial wealth to stakeholders, but also takes in consideration the community, the cultural aspect, the emotional and social wealth. It just kind of considers the impact on the planet and the local neighborhood. When it came to Southwest Transit, they did really have an initial mission of being affordable and convenient, having flights from California based and going to 3 different states. So they really wanted to keep their focus on the customer needs, which is why we selected these employees to form a team for that marketing project. Natalie and Elizabeth had a really positive attitude. They produced high quality work. They're collaborative and ambitious. William and Ian had strong strengths in technology. They wanted to get the project done, be collaborative, and just avoid conflict. So all of them together kind of embodied that culture that Southwest Transit initially wanted, as well as the stakeholder orientation that just supports and maintains the business needs and everything involved. It takes not just the investors' goals, but also the community as well. Some of the benefits are you do create better relationships between the clients and customers. Our customer on this one was attracted to a strong mission. They wanted to keep their mission and keep it customer needs and customers based in their benefits. And then in the end, you do get intentional community engagement and just making sure that every party involved is thinking about the customer as well.
Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about values of conscious capitalism, higher purpose, stakeholder orientation, conscious culture, and conscious leadership. The values of conscious capitalism advance on creating a bigger image beyond the normal orientation of gaining growth and social capital. The company Southwest Transit achieves the 4 principles of conscious capitalism by creating a platform for common good among all stakeholders involved. According to Klein, the business focuses on creating output for its shareholders and growing beyond the available competition. A conscious business uses its purpose as a guide to decisions and actions, and in this case, the Southwest airline exists to connect people to what's important in their lives through a friendly, reliable, and low-cost travel. The company achieves the social good goal by creating a better platform for their stakeholders and creating a better services each day. Business act as a complete ecosystem made of the different stakeholders collaborating successfully for change. The company puts its customers first and looks at the big value being created while engaging in long-term business advancement. In conscious leadership, the company reflects and recognizes her strengths and weaknesses, senses the effect of their actions on others, and responds to their challenging needs of the landscape through strategic change. This also creates focus, and the bigger role to be achieved is creating a longer and expanded perspective of the meeting the emerging changes. The airline company has a corporative culture that spearheads change through a dynamic and unique values driven culture by focusing on the individual and collective awareness, growth and development, learning. The company continues to elevate its functioning and achieves net effects on the business in the process and the community. The tenet of stakeholders orientation, it's a win-win orientation, creating value for customers, sustainable and stable airline. Southwest Airline operates within the stakeholder orientation by putting the employees first and the common good principle, which might have an impact on the stakeholders by choosing the best team to handle the responsibilities of the company. The business creates value for its owners and creates a win-win scenario where the employees get ample time and resources to manage change while offering the best for the company. Through this change, Southwest is convinced of creating value for its customers by remaining competitive in providing suitable services. The company also addresses the competitive market challenges by providing high quality services that make customers more alienated from them and create a long lasting trusting relationship with them. Southwest believes that by having this competent team of employees driving the change, the idea creates a sustainable, stable business that can thrive and survive in the increasingly volatile and dynamic business world, coupled by smart competition. Values for each stakeholders, capitalizing on their strengths, tie action to long-term objectives, working management level, knowledge, building and creating consensus. The management stakeholders of the Southwest Airline are asked with the creating an intensive solution of launching the new Boeing with a very short span of time. The selected team from an important bridge between the executive management and the end user stakeholders. Hence, they have need that incorporate the value that they create within the company. The team is based on competence and several strategies of solving disputes that rise from the collaboration are addressed. By acting on the plan, the stakeholders will generate more value for the company, generate more profits, and reduce the cost of operating in competitive step up, while yet meeting the needs of the customer. Creating value among this group can be attained by presenting ideas that can be help them solve their problems, overcome their challenges, and captivating in the existing opportunities of an available competent workforce. Creating value for this team is also achieved by bringing those competent ideas together and helping the team tie the assignment to the long-term objective of the company. Thank you so much, everyone.